Stop watering. Hi, I'm Kate and welcome to my channel. So for today's Throwback Thursday, I want to dip into one of my favorite palettes ever. So something that I would probably never pay full price for, but I got it on a good sale. The Natasha Denona Biba palette. So this is, I know it's all neutrals, but it's beautiful. It performs fantastically. So I'm gonna dip into this today. So the purpose of me doing these Throwback Thursday videos is to encourage myself and others to use what you already have. So I really enjoy, going through my collection, picking out things that I maybe haven't used in a while, things that have been favorites and I maybe forget about because my collection is pretty large. So yeah, this is just a way to encourage myself to use what's there. So I'm gonna go off camera, fill in my brows, prime my eyes, and I'll be back. All right, I'm back. My brows are filled in, my eyes are primed, but I forgot my coffee, so I'll be back. Oh, I was like, what's that? I didn't even sleep on that side. I feel like it's like a pimple trying to come to the surface. All right, I'm back. I have my coffee. We're good to go. Okay, so let's dive into the Biba palette. Okay, so I think I'm going to do like a halo eye. I don't think I've done a halo eye look on here yet. So we're just gonna go obviously pretty neutral because that's our only option, but I am going to start kind of with this lighter brown named Freckle. I'm gonna put that on the sides and buff it out with Tusk. Once again, my eyes are watering. So I've heard that Natasha Denona shadows are really good for mature eyelids because just that cream to powder formula, it kind of hides some of that texture or just doesn't enhance it the way that other powders can. Her shimmers are beautiful too, so I'm excited to see what we can play around with. Alright, so that's what I started with. I just kind of focused on the edges, kind of started to bring them together a little bit, but yeah. So I know I don't need this disclaimer, but I'm obviously not a makeup artist, so don't judge my technique. Don't do as I do. Do as you want. Makeup is just my quarantine hobby that has just turned into a really big hobby. Ooh. Okay, stop watering. Alright, so now I'm going to take that lightest shade and just kind of go around the edges a little bit. Not that it really needs it because that first shade kind of buffed out really nicely. Okay. So let's deepen up a little bit. So I think so I have this kind of mid-tone brown, cocoa, and then Pasha is like a really warm, almost reddy toned brown, and then there's this Seed, which is just a really deep brown. I usually dip into these two, but maybe I want to go a little warmer tone today. Sure, we're gonna dive into Pasha here. I don't typically go warmer with this palette, but let's try it. I think that's a shade that I've never used in here before. I typically go pretty straight up neutral or more cool toned. So when I film my makeup looks, I just film in the morning as I'm getting ready because I'm already getting ready anyways. It's not taking any extra time out of my day. It maybe adds 10 minutes to my getting ready process, and then I do everything else like in the evenings or the weekend, do all the, you know, download to the computer and edit and all that jazz at a later time. And I don't know why, but it seems like on the days that I have students, I'm doing super colorful looks, and then today is a day with no students and I'm going neutral. So yeah, I should maybe be doing the opposite. Alright, so I have laid down that color. Again, like the edges might be a little messy, but that's why I do eyes first, face last. So I don't think I'm gonna buff that out anymore. It's just my left eye always has trouble on the outer edge with things sticking. I think it's just because I constantly have, at least in the morning, my eye waters a lot. But I think we're good. So, oh, I don't even know what direction. So there are really only 3 true shimmers in the palette. There's Rustic, Monroe, and Shine. These shadows are more satin finished. I don't know, they almost perform just like a matte though. I wish the black was a true matte and not satin. It does have like a sheen to it. Don't know how well you can see that, but it's fine. So let's swatch those shimmers. Oh, I did swatch the black earlier. So this is Rustic. It's just a nice bronzy shade. Oh, that is pretty. And then Shine is the upper right corner. It's kind of a gold. And then Monroe is similar to Shine, but just lighter. I mean, these are beautiful shimmers. So maybe what I'll do is put Shine, that's the center one, all over the lid, and then Monroe kind of in the center of the lid. So I'm going to start with my finger with that first shade, and then we'll see where we go. So this is Shine. That's pretty. What do you think? Are those even? Alright, so I'm going to pause there with that shade. I am going back into our deep matte and I'm just going to blend out the edges of that. And again, like, I don't know if this is a true halo. I just kind of try to replicate what I've seen. I don't have any real technique or anything. So now I'm going to grab Monroe, that lightest shimmer, and I'm going to put that on a Morphe M421 and just pick that up a little bit and start tapping it right in the center, and then kind of windshield wipering across the top. Like in person you can see the difference between the two and just the little extra shine that added. Alright, so that's what we have going on right now. I think I'm going to pause there on the lid, go in, do skincare, foundation, concealer, and I'll be back. Alright, so I've gone in with foundation and concealer, and man, I look pasty. But it matches my neck, it is my color. It's just really white. Alright. On that note, let's bronze up a little bit. So I'm going in with the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer in the shade Fair. Just gonna pop that around the edges of my face, liven myself up. Good enough. So for blush, I think since we're, you know, dipping into some Natasha for the eyes, let's dip into some Natasha for the cheeks. So I have the Love Glow Cheek Palette. So I think I'm gonna start with, you know, I know with the Patrick Ta ones, you start with the powder and then go on top with the cream, but that kind of hides that glow blush. It is so pink and shimmery though. Let's just do it. So I'm gonna grab a flat top brush and pick up some of that cream. I didn't pick up the Love palette when it came out, but I was intrigued by this cheek palette. Alright, so it's just a very soft flush. This is one of those products, like I can't imagine how deeper skin tones can really make this work. I mean, maybe the highlighters. But this, I mean, it even looks light on me and I'm crazy pale. Alright, that's good enough. So let's grab a blush brush and I'm just gonna grab this glowy shade and kind of tap that on top. Okay, a little shimmery than I usually go for blush. And then let's just stick in here for highlight. So I'm gonna grab the Glow Impact Powder, which is this gold shade. See, I don't even know if it'll pick up on a blush brush. Just gonna grab it with my finger. Yeah, I don't know how, that looks kind of muddy on my cheeks, doesn't it? Eh. Oh well. Alright, I'm gonna go in with some finishing powder, just diffuse all of those products out. This was like my first go at cream blush and I was really excited about just what this palette looked like, but I really am not getting as much use as I had hoped for. I don't know. Everything's just so shimmery, and I think now that I've been spoiled with those Patrick Ta blushes, it's hard to go into this. I need to deepen that up. So I'm actually gonna grab the NARS cream blush and a sponge. Wow, I usually love my blush, but not today. Whatever. So let's go under the eyes. I'm dipping back into the Biba palette. I'm going to start with that deepest super warm brown and just start to build that under the eye. I'll kind of leave a little space in the middle for our shimmers. And then I'm just going to dip into that lightest shimmer that we put right in the center of the lid and just kind of tap that under there. And then this is where, like, if I had a brown eyeliner, I'd probably go in the waterline, but I'm just going to go in with a black today. I feel like I made a mistake with that gold highlighter. It just doesn't work on me. Now my eyes are watering, my coffee's all gone. Not my day. I'm gonna dip in to the ColourPop That's Taupe palette and just grab that lightest Super Shock shade and put that in the inner corner today. No, I'm not. All right, let's try that again. I'm going into my Benefit Cookie highlighter and putting that in the inner corner today. Man, I feel like this started out so promising and it's just taking a nosedive real fast. I'm gonna go off camera, do my liner, lashes, see if I can save this mess, and I'll be back. All right, so I'm back. I went in for liner with the Stila liner with the micro tip. I love it. It's so easy to use. For mascara, my new favorite, the Bite Beauty mascara. It just adds length and volume. No need for falsies today. And then, being that we went a little warmer toned with the eyes, I wanted to do a little warmer tone on the lips. So I went in with a NYX lip pencil. This is the shade Pumpkin. And then I have a MAC, I think it's like a powder kiss lipstick, and it's kind of an orangey red. This is the shade 316 Devoted to Chili. So I do like how the eyes turned out. I mean, the Biba palette, I don't think I've ever created anything that I hated with it. I mean, again, it is very basic, but it's something that you can use every day, and you can get a decent variety for it being an all neutral palette. So today we kind of stuck a little warmer. I have gone a little more cool toned with it. You can go straight up neutral, but it is beautiful. I do wish that these kind of satiny shades were either mattes or a couple more shimmers. Maybe one more like lighter shimmer and then a true matte black instead of the kind of satiny shade. But yeah. Leave a comment below if there's a palette that you would like to see me use for a Throwback Thursday video. I hope you enjoyed my video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.